G'day furballs, it's me again, and I'm here to give you guys a little bit of an update, as well as finally talking about anxiety. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of these videos, whether there's something I can improve on, or just something silly and funny, like, you know, a first comment, which is something that quite often I end up getting. A very big apology. I know for some time I have been trying to let you guys know, look, I'm here, I'm just trying to deal with some things, you know, personal life is a problem. Yes, one of my ears is a little bit floppy, but that's okay. It's just because the way I've had it sitted, and like there's been some personal problems that sort of escalated and got really worse, and then with me and like just some other things going on. So that's why I thought I'd give you guys an update. My dad has also been in hospital, so things have been a little bit south. It's why I haven't been on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or even Instagram, because life has just been really getting to me a lot, and I think I really needed that break. Yeah, so that's just on the update side, and now I'll finally get to the main subject of this video, where I talk about anxiety, because it's something I have had to deal with big time recently. And I thought, you know what, instead of uploading the old video that I did before, I'm going to redo the whole entire segment and talk to you guys what it's like going through anxiety and the things that you can do as a furry and a fursuiter to sort of help yourself. So to start off with, if you suffer from anxiety, there are going to be a couple of different things that are going to be different to like everybody else. Most people, when they have anxiety, they will see the more physical signs of things, such as the shaking of hands, finding it hard to breathe, feeling like there's a constricting feeling around their heart or lungs, or just a sudden outburst of emotions. It can also get into more severe parts where you do get severe pain, you get headaches. Sometimes that severe pain can be around your chest, which makes breathing even more harder. The pain can also be in your stomach, like, you know, if you have like a really sore stomach, you feel like everything is being twisted up and like someone stabbed you with a knife, and that is one of the problems that a lot of people have with anxiety. They don't know it until they end up having these symptoms, and if you keep pushing those symptoms off, of course anxiety is just going to explode even more. It's going to escalate to the point where, yes, some people do have to go to hospital to be treated for this illness. Anxiety can be very much touch and go. It can make people more paranoid on the more mental side rather than physical side. You might, you know, have something that you feared about, and it's basically just like that little thought that's in the back of your head that just won't go away. That is pretty much anxiety. Some people can resolve their anxiety by sitting down, taking in some deep breaths, focusing on something, or just talking to other people and getting their mind off the subject. But other people do need to be medicated for these certain types of anxieties, because there is just no one borderline, you know, aspect of anxiety. It comes in so many different forms and it affects people in so many different ways that it becomes so hard to go, okay, is this anxiety? Is this not anxiety? Most of the time, yes, it is anxiety, because of just how it is, the whole entire symptoms and where it's leading you to. Now, I guess I could be talking about, you know, health and all that sort of stuff, but I want to tie health in with being a furry and fursuiting. As you would be well aware and known by now, the whole stereotyping or furries, that there comes a lot of stress as actually saying that, hey, I am a furry. A lot of people will get very anxious, especially when it comes to fursuiting, because it might be their first time going out in public. They might not know what to really do, and they might get very, very anxious and start having panic attacks. Most panic attacks are linked to being with their anxiety. Not saying that all panic attacks are, but in most scenarios, it will affect people more that do have anxiety problems. Now, when you are in a fursuit, it does become pretty hard to breathe. When you hear a lot of YouTuber fursuiters talking, you will notice that we talk really, really fast. We'll pause and we'll take in big, long, deep breaths, like I'm doing quite now, like a lot, because it is very hard to breathe inside of a fursuit. But when you have an anxiety attack in a fursuit, it becomes even worse. You literally feel like you are suffocating, like there's a bag over your head. So when you have an anxiety attack, and this is very important, like I want people to know, like, look, if you're having an anxiety attack or some problem, you need to take your fursuit head off. Do not be afraid to break the magic, because if it's in a a health situation, an emergency, do it. I don't care if it's going to scare people or not, or if you're afraid to. Take the head off, because it's very important. If you're going to leave your head on and you're going to be like, you know, having an anxiety attack, and you're panicking, you're going, where do I go, where can I, you know, it's going to make the situation a lot worse. So if you know you can't get to a safe area, if you haven't planned things out, this is going to make your anxiety worse. You're going to panic, you're going to freak out. My best thing is to at least always know where toilets are, because if you can go to a toilet room, take your hair off, you know, throw some cool water on your face, that can help you calm down from an anxiety attack. The worst thing is going to a place unprepared, not knowing who you're meeting, dressed up in a fursuit. You're getting a lot of hate on you because you're a furry, and you start having a panic attack and you can't breathe, and you're struggling and you don't know where to go. It could result in you actually passing out. I know most people say, no, that's too dramatic. That's, you know, exaggerate way too much the angle. You're just talking up about a whole storm that you don't even know about. Well, actually, I kind of sort of do know about. Having anxiety problems myself, and having gone through a lot, I've learned that when I'm talking on YouTube, compared to my first videos, I talk a little bit faster. I do sound a little bit mumbled because of how I can talk through the fursuit head. It's not exactly like this big open mouth here for me. And most of my audio actually comes out through my eyes. So in a weird way, my eyes are both my ventilation and my speaker system. Much wow. Anyway, my point here is that when you're in a fursuit, is very, very limited to how much you can breathe in. And you need to always have at least someone there that can be a handler or a wrangler, where they can pick up the signs of that you're having a panic attack. Maybe they can come to you, give you some water, help you find a place to go where you can take off your fursuit head and not feel embarrassed. Because I do get why a lot of furries out there are very shy about taking off their fursuit heads. Some people feel like their fursuit is like their makeup is what covers up their face, and I understand that. But in situations where it does become life-threatening, I do highly encourage people to do whatever they can to sort of basically make sure that they're not going to end up in any problems. So once you have found a secure place to relax and take off your fursuit or your fursuit head, like it doesn't matter whether you've got a full body fursuit on, I do recommend at least undoing the zipper part, whether it's the front or the back, and just sort of cooling yourself off. Especially in hot weather, it is not advised to keep your whole entire fursuit on. At least take some parts, like your hands and your head off, try and cool down a lot easier. The other really big important thing is, if you are a furry who does suffer from anxiety, and you do require to take medication to help you after an anxiety attack, please always make sure you have your medication on you handy. If you are also one of those furries where you do get the severe pain, which again is something that I have had personally, the best thing to do is go and find a place where you can just take off your whole entire fursuit. Paws, maws, the whole lot, you name it. Take it off, have a drink of water, and actually just like stand up and walk around a little bit. When you have severe pain, like if it's in the stomach or in the chest, the best thing to do is actually put your hands up, because by doing that you're actually helping to stretch up and out your rib cage and your diaphragm, which is from where you breathe from, and you're taking off a lot of pressure around your chest area. So if you're just having like stomach pain issues that's like caused from anxiety, make sure you know that there's places you can go to if you need help. So basically, I'm saying to people is find what is comfortable for you guys, find what helps the most, and actually do that. You can always try different things. It does help a lot to step outside the boundaries a little bit, but don't do anything that you know that you personally are not going to be able to deal with. One of the other things that was suggested to me recently was something I have not really tried, but is like listening to music or soft sounding calming things. Like I've heard about people doing meditation and that may help. Like if you're out fursuit, I guess the best thing is, you know, go sit down, close your eyes, put in some music, and just try and relax, which I think would be really helpful in these sorts of cases. Being a furry sometimes can be very tough, and if you do have anxiety, you know just how bad that is. Like, you know, saying to people, hey, I am a furry. Like, I actually have a lot of friends that are called closet furries, and basically that's where they're not open to say, hey, I'm a furry, blah blah blah. So I do hope this has been really informational for a lot of you guys. If you do have massively bad anxiety attacks, you don't take medication, I don't advise you to just sit back and do nothing. I highly advise that you go to someone like a doctor or a specialist and find out what you can do more. I know there are a lot of people out there that say, hey, drugs are bad, don't do them because they can make situations worse. But to be honest, with the modern day technology that we have, we're able to provide a variety of different medications that can be more beneficial than bad. And there are some people that just need to be on medication, and there are just some people out there that don't need to be on medication. So please do seek help if you do need to actually go to a medical place and, you know, make sure that your health is okay. Because fursuiting it can be tough at times. It is something that is very expensive because you have to, you know, get the fursuit, and then you gotta consider about traveling and timing and all that. So it is of course a luxury thing for some people, but not everyone. But coming to the end of this video, I hope this has been really informational for a lot of you guys that do have panic attacks. I hope it can help people out when they do have them. I don't want to give out any bad advice that's going to make things worse. So you just remember to do what you feel is best. As for now guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button as well. And feel free to hit down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Whether there's some additional advice that I haven't spoken about in this video, feel free to drop it down there in the comments for those that may have really bad anxiety problems that I may not have been able to address. As for now guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!